Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, dear friends, welcome. Amy, Shamaguri, Johan, Raja Bhuwan, welcome. Thank you for coming here for our Radha Krishna meetup. We'll include Lord Chaitanya in that also. Especially, he's the master of ceremonies. If any ceremony is going to go on, it's going to be because of his mercy. So, let us get involved here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh yeah, I was going to get some music here. Let's get some music going here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Can you hear the music a little bit? Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Woo! Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. You'll find it. Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. It's a real challenge here today with this loud music over here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Maybe I'll go use their beat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Now you got your money already. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You guys ain't babies. You're getting more mature than the guru here, man. I can't believe it, man. I'm so amazed. Hare Krishna. I can take shelter of my disciples. I love it, man. Man, now that's protection, man. Take take some of the load off my shoulders, man. About time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama. I like it. I can take shelter of my disciples, man. That's a concept. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Lord Chaitanya did. Why can't I? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna. Oh my Lord Krishna, oh my Lord. What have you done to me? You made me a madman. Exorcised me from society. Kicked me out of ISKCON. Kicked me out of all the sanghas. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Outside the Varnashram system. Hare Krishna. Even Haridas said he was put outside the Varnashram system. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah, devotees here, they start to look a little boyish or girlish. One or the other. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, we're reading from Jiva Goswami, the Sundarbas. Let's get back to that. Uh, let's see, what is this one? Okay, this is Sri Krishna Sandarbha. Hey, Hare Krishna, Walter Veg. So this is Truth About Krishna. We're going to go through all the incarnations here. Ah, here's a good one. Srimad Bhagavatam. When that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is lying on the Garbhodaka ocean, entered the heart of Brahma, Brahma brought his intelligence to bear, and with the intelligence invoked, he began to create the universe as it was done before. See, it always comes down to the Lord entering the heart. He's in the heart, but he's not manifest. Dormant. So it's like entering the heart. It's like, how about awakening? I think is a little better explanation. Well, I guess it's the same. Entering the heart. Coming up into the heart, and one's intelligence comes to bear. Otherwise, we're not. See, this is the thing. Until that awakening of the Lord in our heart, we don't have any real good intelligence. It's all kind of material still. See, the Lord has to enter the heart. That's why we need to, again, associate with devotees who have real devotion, enter their heart, because they have the real intelligence. It's like Shamagori quoted to this devotee, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, and he didn't understand, obviously, because she said he was faithful devotee of Prabhupada, and just didn't agree. So he didn't see a different opinion, didn't agree that there's going to be any other Acharya but Srila Prabhupada. See, so even though he's sincere, I'm sure, to be around so long, and to be dedicated to Prabhupada and his books, it's very good. See, but that's not enough. You're still a false follower. See, because you're not conclusive, because the Lord has not entered your heart or awakened yet. See, that's where the shiksha comes. See, and that's where the false followers are the ones who have the different opinion. Remember, chapter 12, you can check it out again. The real followers of the Acharya, see, they know where Prabhupada is taking them. The false followers don't know because, the Lord hasn't awakened in their heart. They need the shiksha I've been talking about this morning. They're not necessarily, if you've been initiated by Prabhupada or even one of the God brothers or his disciples, that's fine. But what you need, what those gurus need, what the Ritviks need is shiksha. See, so that the Lord can be awakened in your heart to bring your intelligence to bear. See, this is how it works. And otherwise, we're less intelligent, just naturally. See? This is the great secret that we're exposing here for the benefit of the Vaishnavas who want to move on. If you want to stay in Varnashram Dharma, like maybe that friend of Shamaguri's, if he's happy with Prabhupada and just following the rules and principles, and that's enough for him. Okay, well, fine. You can do that forever, whatever. It's all free will. See, but those who are attracted to the path of Raganuga have the quality of, they see these devotees here, that their intelligence is brought to bear, and they say, wow, that's really, where did you get that? Where did you get that intelligence? Oh, just following this path that we're preaching, associate with ecstatic devotees, Huh. Now we got witnesses. I don't have to, everybody thought I was in false ego saying, just come here, hang out with me, and chant. And they say, oh, you see, he thinks he's better than others. See? So it works better with witnesses, where people say, yeah, I received the mercy. The Lord has awakened in my heart and brought my intelligence to bear. You see how you become a family member? You're related now. Many devotees here that have that awakening in their heart, that has shown them that this is Lord Chaitanya's real pastimes, that this is transcendental, what we do. See? The Lord has brought your intelligence to bear. See? You heard long enough, and I can say what Jesus said to his disciples, same thing. It's always the same thing. The Krishna inside here was working through Jesus, so it's the same principle, same drill. Go on hearing, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. That truth is the Lord in the heart, awakening. See? You shall know the truth. You know the truth. God lives in you. Oh, yeah, God lives in you. And he's also in the scriptures. Oh, blessed are the pure in heart. They shall see God. You see God as the scriptures. You see God as the holy name through your ears. Okay? That's why I wrote that post. People will not know what is Vrindavan until they see a devotee chanting the sound vibration of the holy name in ecstasy, chanting. You will not know, because that's what the world is. See, Bhagavad Gita, all the world is in me, but I am not in them. But when you see a devotee chanting the holy name in great ecstatic devotion, wow, what a game changer, man. What a divine intervention that is, man. The world's going to be saved because of the appearance of the Lord in that devotee's heart. And those who listen to him, that same Lord is going to appear in their heart. Hey, man, do you notice what we're doing? That's the path we're on. That's the path we're teaching. That's the path we're relishing. Yeah. On the Vaidhi level, if the Lord hasn't awakened in your heart, you're just walking in the Lord's body here, and you're not aware of, you can't relish who he is. You don't really know him. You're worshiping, you're pious and everything, but without the Lord awakened in your heart, your intelligence cannot come to bear. Or maybe it comes a little bit. You feel a little something, so you get a little understanding. It's a great verse, isn't it? Simply by hearing submissively will free one's heart from faults of ignorance, and thus one will achieve deep love for Krishna. This is the path of peace. See? Simply hearing. So you see, Shamaguri, your friend says, all I need is Prabhupada's books. Okay? So simply hearing, he says he's not hearing, he's just reading Srila Prabhupada's books. Okay? So deep love won't awaken in his heart. And I just know some devotees will say, see, we got you, Gohari. We got you. We have Srila Prabhupada's tapes. They think they got me. Yeah. Well, how come this love of God that you see manifesting in this Sangha so easily, because as a gift, proving that it's really real, what's going on here, that Krishna is appearing in people's hearts. They're not just in Krishna, Krishna's in them, with all the symptoms appearing. And it didn't through Prabhupada, even though they're hearing his tapes. You got one, Garga Muni, he's one of those. He's a nice devotee, dedicated to Prabhupada, him and his brother. See? See? Dedicated to Prabhupada. So he's listening to Prabhupada's tapes, but I was there. I talked to him many times. And the Lord has not yet awakened in his heart yet. See? So how come? He's listening to the tapes. So many people listening to tapes. How come we cannot see the symptoms of God awakening in their heart? You know, a lot of people say, another question, how do you know what's going on in their hearts? How do you know? Oh, well, if Radha and Krishna are in their hearts, there are going to be some symptoms. You know, first of all, when more of the symptoms awaken in the heart of a devotee, you can't hold them back. You can try, but you won't be very successful usually. What are the symptoms? Well, the symptoms is transformations in the body and the emotions and the mind. The mind is filled with bliss and revelation and realization. Yeah, the heart is filled with ecstasy and intimacy of devotion, of the symptoms of this ecstatic communion. Okay. See, so there are symptoms. That's how I know that the Lord is awakened in their heart, especially inflamed. There's symptoms. See, this people don't know. So what was the point? Okay, let's take this last part here. It says, so Brahma brought his, so the ocean in the heart of Brahma, and Brahma brought his intelligence to bear. Well, Brahma didn't bring his intelligence to bear. The Lord brought his intelligence to bear. See, some of these verses, you know, they're often translated by maybe persons that are not so realized, conclusive. But, you know, this is how the Lord helps. See, like I look at that, yeah, the Lord brought his intelligence to bear. How do I know that? Well, you know, I just know it, number one, because of my own experience, and also the scriptures confirm it. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Oh, amazing how many. That is a universal fit for a lot of things, huh? Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Yeah. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, the Lord awakening in their heart, appearing in their heart, you know, it's the Lord who brings your intelligence to bear. I am the intelligence of the intelligent, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Okay? See, isn't that amazing how much, I'm telling you, these conceptions are like, they're like fortresses to keep out evil. They keep out good also. You don't need good and evil. You can kick that path away, good and evil. No need. You don't have to follow a good path. We follow a transcendental path. This is the fifth goal of life. See? So our intelligence is brought to bear by the mercy of Krishna. What? To create the world? Like Brahma? No. No, to participate in the spiritual world. Who wants to create anything in this place here? It's like playing in the sandbox, man, you know? No, the Lord brings us our intelligence to bear so we can live in the transcendental world, even here. You know, we can engage in transcendental activities, practical, hearing, chanting, remembering, discussing Krishna like we're doing here. See? So those who listen, their intelligence will be brought to bear, and they'll see what we are doing is very transcendental. Oh, very, 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 very transcendental.
And if your intelligence is not brought to bear because you're not hearing and getting purified, following the real path, what did Johann quote here? The spiritual master, this is chapter 1. Simply by hearing submissively from the spiritual master, from a real devotee, a real associate of the Lord. Submissively, you see, let me hear. Not like, uh, you know, what you're saying is okay, but I have a better idea. Like so many people coming here. I don't want to be offensive to you, but I really don't believe what you say because I know I'm right. Okay? So these the kind of devotees, until the mercy of Krishna manifests more thickness. And this is the divine intervention. We go and we kind of like, jolt a few person out of their comfort zone by telling them the truth and actually clubbing them with the truth. It's like a club to these people. See, the truth is like flowers, showers of nectar to those who are submissively hearing, right? And it's like a club smashing the ground against their head. See, their head where the speculation is, where the where the inconclusiveness is. And it kind of, why'd you smash me there? What? Smash what? I just smashed the illusion. That's all. It's not real. I mean, it's real for you, but it doesn't last. Let us smash it now. Well, let's get this club and smash these illusions, man, so that your intelligence can be brought to bear. And then you can participate in the devotional universe, the spiritual universe, like we do. Spirit participation. It's not that me. It's like St. Paul said, it's not me who lives. It's the Christ in me that lives. You can begin to say that. You can become part of the family like St. Paul and all saints. You can become a saint here. We're here to generate saints like Prabhupada. No, for 10,000 years it's only going to be Prabhupada with bhakti. And we're going to be peons and we're going to go, Prabhupada. Oh yes, for another 10,000 years we'll just, glorify you. And Prabhupada will look at him and say, "Come on, you missed the whole point. The point is, didn't you hear Jesus preaching in some lifetime? What I have done, all men must do. You must get the same bhakti that the Guru has. Hey, man, we're proving that this is a fact, man. This is happening. Man, I'm here to make my disciples more ecstatic than me. I like this." I already got 2 disciples that I know I can see visibly more ecstatic than I am. Hey, man, success already. And that's just 2. We got more here, too. We got Govinda. He's a much better servant than I am. Yeah. We got Janaki, much better at kirtan than me, more powerful. I'm telling you, I see you go down the street, people are attracted, man. They come right up, they smile at me. She's got more power than her Guru. I'm telling you guys, I don't know, man. Krishna's really blessed you. It's amazing. I just prayed I can get a drop of the mercy of my disciples and friends. My God. People don't know what they're missing here. Right, Amy? Amy knows. And look at Amy. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that cheerleader girl, man. She's hot stuff. Man. Came just, how many months ago? Not very long. Already she's all on board, man. I like that, man. This Krishna has given and blessed her. See, when the Lord appears in your heart, let's use Amy. I love to use personal examples. That's why I use the gurus. I use our disciples, we use the gurus. This is Bhagavatam. You all get a place in the living Bhagavatam situation here that we're living in. So let's take Amy. See? Proof that she's got bhakti, proof of work that the Lord is working inside her. She has faith in what we do. You cannot have faith in this. Look at this, the friend of Shamaguri. So many years with Prabhupada. And he says, I disagree. Oh, false follower of Prabhupada. You're still not a real follower of Prabhupada. Anyway, you're a boss. You're going to get brownie points for that. You know? And when you start getting silver stars on your Boy Scouts uniform, these silver stars, you realize Shiksha, that you need Shiksha Guru. So you can go deeper into intimacy with God. What it's really all about. Here's a testimony. I tried for 25 years, listen daily, 1 hour to Prabhupada lecture. And I read 1 hour more than Prabhupada's books. Still the Lord came not in my heart. Only listen to you. See? Yeah, only listening. So, I'm not here to teach a different way than the way God teaches, right? I mean, haven't I shown you this book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, is God in book form. This book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, is God's directions in book form. See? So Johan, as sincere as he was, as sincere as that friend of Shamaguri is, and I admit they're sincere, when the mercy thickens and fructifies, they will meet Shiksha Guru. Well, Johan's already did it. See? And has brought him to the ecstatic platform. See, deep love for the Lord is awakened. So the book works, right? The direction. I'm just here to tell you how to read the directions on the package. See? We got all these Vaishnavas because the intelligence has not yet been brought to bear because love of God is not awakened. They don't understand the directions, that are on the package in the book. They can't open the contents of the book. They're outside trying to figure out the directions. Let's see. Here's the book. Let's see. What does it say? Let's see. It says, okay. Prabhupada wants us all to be Guru Devs and to be spiritual masters and make disciples, and they worship us, and then they will go back to Godhead. See? Misdirection. People need to find the real followers of the Acharya. The real followers of the Acharya may not teach necessarily what the Acharyas taught previously. If they're trying to get you out of Vaidhi Bhakti onto the next platform, they got to teach you the more confidential principles. The ones that Prabhupada himself said were postgraduate, right? Obviously, there has to be some postgraduate teachings. See, again, Shamaguri, her friend says, all I need is Prabhupada's books and tapes. All I need, and that's all I need. But that's not conclusive. Forgot my point. If you're following what is conclusive, you follow the path that's in the directions here, in the book. And so you followed, so Johan followed the directions in the book finally. The Lord put a teacher before him, a spiritual master, and he listened. What happened? He came to the ecstatic platform. Okay, so the book works. The directions in the book work. If I speculate on these directions in the book, you get misdirected. That's why you see love of God is not awakened in so many devotees in ISKCON, Gaudiya Math, or Gaudiya Smriti. People are still speculating on the directions in the book. See? Just same thing with, like the Narayan Maharaj group. I don't hear to, it's not to criticize, we're here to talk truth now. We need to know these things. See? So if Narayan Raj was following the directions in a book as they were, because he was kind of talking about these kind of things. Oh, you need a bona fide guru, right? You need to hear from them. Same thing, kind of the same things we preach. But the result wasn't there. See? The result of that's here wasn't there. Why? See, I know why it wasn't there with Prabhupada, because Prabhupada was beginning and teaching beginners and teaching people about Krishna that didn't know, kind of plowing the earth. But why wasn't it awakening with Narayan Raj? Because he was preaching this kind of pretty much the same thing I'm preaching, more or less. But the result was not awakening. So that's that's a question people need to ask. Why is it working here and not there? Okay, so this is all very subtle. So the reason why it's working here and people getting love of God here, because it's really authorized. This is the real disciplic line. This is authorized by Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya, see? To get the desired result, which is love of God. As the gift. Get the gift. Get the girl. Got to get the girl first. That's the gift. She's the gift. The girl is devotion. The goddess of devotion. Not the goddess of austerity and renunciation. That's external. So whatever it is, this should be a big teaching for the Vaishnavas in the Narayan Raj group. They need to know this at some point. They need to understand this. Even though Narayan Raj was talking about Radhi and Bhakti and Rupa Goswami, still the desired result was not there, even in the most austere of his disciples. And some were really austere. I know one austere disciple of his she would sit in the hot summer of Vrindavan and just without a fan and sleep, with mosquitoes biting her and not worrying about it. But she didn't have this bhakti. She was dry, man. Really dry. Nice lady. They have nice devotees, nice. Very nice, very respectful, lots of etiquettes. But that ain't good enough. Not for my Lord. Nice doesn't cut it. You got to be transcendental, and you got to go to the real guru who is genuine transcendental, and they speak what Narayan was speaking, but the result is there. See, the result is there. Not only are we speaking it, we're exuding it, manifesting it. So there should be no room for doubt. See, like one of my disciples today said, who's a doubtful guy. Right now he's going through doubts. And he said, I just wish you would manifest a halo. Just walk down the street with a halo. Then I would believe. I said, no, that's not how it works. Look at Moses. He had a manifestation. They parted the seas, and still his disciples turned on him. See? No. What has to manifest is, in due course, the Lord has to awaken in your heart and bring your intelligence to bear. See, intelligence, my Lord is working here through this devotee as this devotee. Wow, these truths. I feel like I'm Arjuna. I'm listening to these truths that my spiritual master and the devotees are speaking, and they are just like words of nectar. They are enlivening me, purifying me, giving me great happiness. And you got to be like that. See, now you're part of the family. Please hear attentively what I shall speak to you. See, Again, speak, 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 but speak from a person who produces the results ultimately. Okay? Oh yeah. Yeah. See, with Prabhupada, he was speaking, but the message was Vaidhi, and therefore you get what the Guru's message is. See, like Narayan Raj was speaking. Also, he was speaking Raganuga topics, but the result was Vaidhi still. Here we speaking Raganuga topics, Raga, and the result is ecstatic worship. See, so this is the fulfillment. This makes everything complete. This is the formula. This is the cake with the icing on it. See, so transcendental knowledge about me is not only scientific. When the Lord awakens in your heart and is mature, brings your intelligence to bear, you understand this as a science. You know, wow, that's all I have to do? Wow, I wasn't understanding the science very well before. Wow, wow, pow, wow. You need to come to the powwow. Come here and we'll do some pow and some wow until, the desired result is here. Okay? So you got to listen to the bona fide guru who the Lord, his heart is awakened and brought their intelligence to bear, and then you will see, wow, this is really a scientific process. And wow, this was really mysterious before. Wow, give me a few more pows. I want some more wows. See, full of mysteries. See, and these mysteries, look at this. These mysteries are being unveiled one after another, one after another, one after another, every day. Every day, more mysteries revealed. That's how it is, full of mysteries. And you see, it's a science. It's a science. Oh, yeah, I see why the Ritviks aren't getting this. Why love of God? Yeah, they're not following as a science. This is a science, man. You listen to a bona fide guru who is a bona fide representative of the Lord, and the Lord is really working through them in a bona fide way. They're an ecstatic devotee, by the book, by the essence of the book. Postgraduate book, and then bow, and then you get the wow, and then you get some pow. You get some spring in your step. They are used, Prabhupada's books, where they are standing, not for growing more and more in transcendental love. Yeah, they don't know that's important. See, when Krishna's mercy fructifies, you will be looking at the fructification is you get the intelligence to say, wow, that's real Krishna consciousness. What's going on in Gaurahari Sangha here is real Krishna consciousness. That's the fructification of the path, is the awakening of ecstatic devotion. Oh yes, now I see why it's scientific. Oh, how simple Lord Chaitanya taught. Yes, it's correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. That's why I say I was in Narayan Raj group. I didn't see any what I would call real devotion to Krishna. Well, they're just pious, and they're trying, and they're following rules and etiquettes. But that ain't devotion to Krishna yet. Maybe a little glimpse. Okay? So that you got to meet somebody that's scientific. Oh yeah, I go to Gaurahari. Look at this. Devotion to Krishna is awakening in people's hearts. Oh, look at this. Not only is that a wonder, look at Lalita Ganga. We have a testimony there. This guy said, I went and heard from Lalita Ganga, and Radha awakened in my heart. That testimony, see? So yes, it's correct. She's a spiritual master because devotion to Krishna, she's proven that it's awakened in the hearts of those who come to live with her, hear from her. Even this woman that was a disciple of Narayan Raj, and she had a Shiksha disciple. she wouldn't make him, ordain him guru until he could awaken devotion to Krishna. But it was only that person that was awakened in her sangha was one that was awakened that came to me, and I was working on her for 3 months. We were working, Lord Chaitanya and I were working on her for 3 months. She was a staunch Mayavadi. And then devotion awakened in her heart. And then she goes and listens to this guru, and devotion had never awakened in anybody who spoke, just some knowledge. But that she was already awakened, and so she had some ecstasy. And then she said, "Okay, now you're guru." Okay? But he really wasn't. She was already opened up. See? So Devananda Pandit was like that. Srivas was already opened up, but he was a non-devotee, had no devotion yet. And he was just like these gurus and like her and like all these persons in the Sangha, most ISKCONs and Gaudiya Math, they were like the Devananda Pandit types. See? So even Srivas, who was already awakened and opened up like this lady was, well, she wasn't at that stage actually, but still, she had awakening. He heard from a non-devotee the name Krishna, and that was enough to wake her up. One who had no devotion preaching about Krishna. That happens for me too. Sometimes I can hear from a person, they just chant the name Krishna, and I'm listening and I'll feel it. But that's when you're really awakened, See, this is all subtle science. You have to have these experiences. I have to look at that one. Why did Srivas get this devotion from a non-devotee? Well, he was already awakened. See, why did the lady who was coming and listening to me, she wasn't even a disciple. She was just listening to me. She eventually left because she, got off the train, like some of these other persons. That's why you see I started with this Shiva Prasad, Shiva devotee that he came here, and he said, I listened to Lalita Ganga, and this devotion awakened for Radha. But he wasn't saying that it was, he didn't identify it clearly. I said, well, what happened? He says, well, just one day, devotion just awakened in my heart. And he didn't give any credit to the devotee. See? And that's not conclusive. We must give, because that's how it awakened for him. It's always by the influence of real devotees. So there's another bird devotee. That's why I was telling you about Mahavirya. That's so Shamaguri asked about this. And yeah, he was like a nice friend, good friend. We have it was a nice addition to our Sangha. But he was the same way. He didn't identify that he got Prabhupada's extended mercy by coming to getting Shiksha here. He ended up becoming just really proud and inconclusive. Because he came to our Sangha and he was getting this, he got so much mercy. He would pick up the Chaitanya Bhagavat and cry and all this. And Lord Chaitanya appeared in the river. And he never said it was because of our Sangha. It was always, it's all Prabhupada, it's Prabhupada. And then he became against and adverse and actually called Lalita Ganga a fool. So that's Guru Aparad. He's offending Prabhupada and doesn't know it. You think it's any different? Huh. See, Prabhupada taught these subtle points. Prabhupada said this. You can check it all out. Prabhupada said if a person is a recipient of the special mercy of their guru, and you have to see, is Gaurahari, you can ask yourselves, is Gaurahari a recipient of some really special mercy? Then you should treat them, not from a false, like I'm thinking I need to be treated. No, you should treat them almost with the same respect as your guru. Now, why would Prabhupada say that to his godbrothers? Is he in false ego? Why would I repeat that? Is it because I want respect and honor? No, I want people not to do what Mahavirya did, not to do what my wife did, not to do what Meena did. See? They don't understand. They're Prabhupada, and the one who inspired them is working here. That one who inspired Prabhupada is the same Krishna working here. This is what people, they fall on their face, not understanding this point. They'll die in Guru and Vaishnava aparadha, and they wonder, why did I lose the real bhakti? Even Mahavirya, I'm only mentioning his name because, hey, thank you for your service, man. At least something you can do now. Let us learn from your experience. See? So, and this is how it impacts. You need to start naming names of people in the obstacles. Things change, man. He might come back to the real path somehow. And you will definitely not fall if you listen well into the same subtle obstacle. That's her game, is to get you to fall down. Our game with Krishna is to get you to stand up, and not fall down, See, you got to see, and this is a danger for Prabhupada disciples, because they come here and then they go back to this whole thing. They just say, well, no, it's Prabhupada. He's the only acharya. That's Meena again doing that. That's those two that followed him. Was it, I forgot their names. You guys know. The two, the woman and man went to her. Again, see, it's it was Prabhupada. See, they don't understand. Therefore, they fall into offense. They lose their real bhakti. Don't appreciate. That guy, tell me what his name is. I want to name him. So these are all obstacles people need to know. He was seen, he got like a dream of Krishna and everything. It was all because of this Sangha. And then they fall on their face because they're inconclusive. They don't listen here. They go and listen to Meena. She's inconclusive. She needs to understand this. Mahavirya is inconclusive. You don't call devotees like Lalita Ganga a fool. She's the smartest person in the world. Look at the results she's got. That's smart. She came the real way. She preaches the real way. That's her intelligence is brought to bear. That's proof that is Vaishnava aparadha. And that blocks you from having any real bhakti. And he even said with his own mouth, I heard it, there's actually no bhakti in this world anymore. There's no bhakti. See? Right from his own mouth. Hopefully you hear this, Mahavir. I'll tell it right to your face. For your sake, man, so you don't have to die, kick the bucket and not have this great jewel that we have. Can you imagine? All this stuff is going on, all this great ecstasy, and he's outside. They're all outside because of Guru aparadha and Vaishnava aparadha. This is how you lose your bhakti. This is how you're excluded from the real Vaishnava family, and you stay on the outside. You just stay on the outside. See, you guys are on the inside. So therefore I can tell you these things. And this eventually, hopefully, in some lifetime, will bring those persons back on the inside. Because they're on the outside now. They all admitted, oh yeah, my ex-wife, same thing, man. Oh, when will my Guru Dev, the one in Radha Krishna, when my Guru Dev, that I never even seen any symptoms of bhakti. Oh, when will my Guru Dev? He might have had some tears, who knows, but not like this kind of extensive bhakti. Oh, when will my Guru Dev give me the mercy to have ecstatic devotion? When will I cry for Krishna? Well, she was crying for Krishna, our son, and then left all that. And now it's like, oh, when will a tear appear in my eye? We have so many tears here. The tears are the basis of our conclusive preaching. The ecstasy is the basis of our conclusive preaching. No intimate, ecstatic, deep worship of Krishna, none of these conclusions that are on par with the book, equal to the book as it is in the book. Clarify everything in the book would not be here. Yeah, well, all I need is Prabhupada and his books. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, all I need is Prabhupada and his books. And many of you, all you need is Prabhupada and his books. And you still have a living guru, so that's the gravy. See? When you have Prabhupada and his books, really, when you really have them, you have devotion to God. You have ecstatic love. You have prema. You have Prabhupada because you're in the same family now. You're not just on the outside being preached to with a bunch of rules and regulations and ceremonies. You're an insider. See? So when you have Prabhupada in his books, you pick up that book and you feel Prabhupada, man, to the point of tears. See? You have conclusive judgments. You have, when you're with Prabhupada in his books, you have all these acharyas that he's bringing forth. Okay? And you feel it. I did not hear Narayan Raj talk about Lord Chaitanya. Well, he did, but not as much as he could have. He was emphasizing mostly Radhe and Hari, and Radhakund Babaji's also. I mean, they glorified Lord Chaitanya. They knew his value to an extent. Okay? Here we really know, and we glorify how important it is. You know, nobody goes directly to Radha and Krishna, not to get this kind of ecstasy. And as I asked him, do you know Srila Gaur Haridas? Because you mentioned him a few times, right? Good. Okay. Let's. Oop, uh-oh. Okay. I was friended with, because you mentioned a few times, he said, no, I don't know him. So he's either being really sarcastic, and I think he is. Yeah, actually, I think he's just being really sarcastic. See? You know what he's saying? I'll tell you what it means. No, I don't. It means Krishna does not know him. Krishna will not look at his face now. The real Krishna. He's got some bogus Brahmin idea now. That's all he's got. You call a person like Lalita Ganga a fool. You think Krishna? I mean, Radha and Krishna are living inside. The one he's worshiping that doesn't know, he calls Radha and Krishna a fool. He goes right to the mailbox, right to Radha and Krishna, and they say, oh, thank you very much. Now I know where you're really coming from. What kind of so-called devotee you are. See? Same thing. No, I don't know him. That's Krishna. No, you don't know. Yeah, you really don't. And he's just saying the truth. That's what do you call it? Maya Devi speaking through his mouth and saying it. He says, yeah, no, I don't know Srila Gaur Hari. And he doesn't. It's true, he doesn't. If he did, he would be here. If he did, he would never have left. So it's actually very true what he said. Externally, he's saying something else, but on the deeper level, yeah, Mahavira, you don't know me or my Lord, and you don't know yourself and your Lord. You don't know covered by a big false ego right now, and pride and competition, and you don't know yourself as you are, and you don't know your soul now. It's covered over, and you certainly don't know what's the heart of Prabhupada and Radha and Krishna. Okay? Narayan Maharaj spoke of Raganuga, but he did not show or told how to get Radha and Krishna's love. Exactly. Well, he told you come to me and you'll get Radha and Krishna's love after many lifetimes. After you follow the hard path I'm setting out before you. Oh, austerity, and you got to renounce, and you got to give up, and you got to have no anarthas, and then you can get a little ruchi, little taste. Oh, and that's the path they're on. They're like that. They're living off of ceremonies. They're living off of etiquette. Oh, my etiquette is my life. Inside there's full of dead bones and stuff they can't get out, like Daksha. You know Daksha? He was in the mode of goodness like them. They're in the Daksha obstacle. Oh yeah, in there, and they act real etiquette, and but they can't get rid of the tricky ideas and tricky thoughts. Same thing, Narayan. He's all into the etiquette and all this stuff and pride. They're caught up, man. So the real devotee, Lord Shiva, actually humbled the whole group. And it's the same thing here. This works here. It didn't work there. It didn't get this result. All they got was something else. They got how to follow the etiquettes really nicely. How to wash your hands. It's very important to wash your hands after every meal. Just like the Pharisees taught their disciples. How to wash your... Ooh, look at Jesus' disciples. They don't wash their hands after every meal. Oh, look at Gohari's disciples. They don't wash their hands properly. That's what they're thinking like that. Okay? That's called external devotional service. Very external. Very, very, very external. Now the challenges are going to begin. All right, that's the spirit. See, Shamaguri is getting into the spirit of what we're doing here. Now the competitions go on. Yes. Lalita Ganga was key in my association with this Sangha. She moved me instantly, deep in my heart. That's right, man. She's a home run hitter, man. Yeah. Everyone with ecstatic devotion. Govinda, La Janakis, all of you devotees have we're all on the train and working together, and we're all growing. We can feel it, man. See, you see how Johan comes up with all these great verses. Thank you. This is see, hearing Mukunda give his proper decision. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed it, saying, yes, it is correct. One who awakens devotion to Krishna is certainly the spiritual master. Okay? So that was, even what he said was a conclusive judgment. And look how many people contradict him. When I just say this conclusive judgment, they say, no, that's not right. Srila Prabhupada is a spiritual master. And love of God has not even awakened in their hearts. So they're false followers. They don't know this. Prabhupada knows this. Prabhupada told me to do this, but they don't know that. See, what was the conclusive judgment? I'll just tell you, paraphrase. What was the conclusive judgment of Mukunda? Listen well, everybody. Listen. Drop everything and listen to this conclusive judgment. This is so important. This is the essence of how to attain Krishna in this life. Lord Chaitanya asked him, are you the father of your son or your son your father? And Mukunda said, actually, Mukunda is actually my son is my father. Because we in the village, all your mercy first was upon him. Your mercy of love of God was upon him. And through him we got this love of God. Therefore, he is our spiritual master. See? They knew the symptoms of love of God. They gave respect to their guru, even though he was a father. This is a big lesson to you Prabhupada disciples coming here. Many of you failed the test. Meena, you failed the test. See? Mahavirya, you failed the test. You're Prabhupada disciples. You failed understanding this verse. Your only chance is to hear this here. See? So Mukunda wasn't so proud that he was the father of his son. No, he said, no, love of God. The symptoms of love of God were in him first, and then I got them. See? All Meena is not acknowledging that, and Mahavir did, and my ex-wife, or anybody that leaves. They make so much advancement here, and then they don't. Sometimes they just want to go and criticize what we're doing. It's like that devotee who gets a boon from Lord Shiva, and what was the boon? Shiva said, well, I'll give you whatever you want. He said, I want to crack everybody's head I touch. And Lord Shiva said, boy, this is a real fool. And so Shiva said, so be it. And so his follower said, well, let me test it on your head first. And so he chased after Lord Shiva to touch his head so it would explode, and Lord Shiva started running, man. See, that's not smart. I saw Mahavir in his composing of devotional music increase when he was listening. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, Mahavirya was composing this beautiful music because he was coming to our Sangha, giving respect, and treating Gaur Das here like a spiritual master, and acknowledging that. And Krishna was inspiring with the most beautiful songs, and so he forgot all about that. See, now he forgot. He forgot about having that vision of that we even have on video, of Krishna appearing in the water, in the river, all because of contact with our Sangha. This was Krishna trying to get through to him. And so he was basically, when he called Lalita a fool, he's calling himself a fool. That's foolish. You missed out. You'll see. He'll see someday, either in this life or when he passes over. Also, Balaram, he is hanging on Prabhupada. He is not hanging on. Yeah, again, you see, they always do the same thing. They don't see. He was doing okay for a while, but you see, then they start moving back into not understanding that this is the next step. Yeah, Lance. So anyway, these are some of the subtle things, and these are based on really the Shastras and also a personal experience. See, we have a very dynamic thing going on here. The Bhagavatam is not just a book for us; it's our life. We're living Bhagavatam. The things in the Bhagavatam and the Chaitanya Leela that happened in bygone days with living devotees are happening again. This is a revival of that path. People, if you understand well these lessons, you'll get through into the kingdom of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. Okay, stop a while and go for a little walk. Hare Krishna, everybody.